are you guys? Hey, hi Erica, hi Con, Andressa, Jen, Jennifer. How are you guys? Good to see you.
Hi, Paul. Good, thank you. And you?
Good. Erica, I'm going to start with you. Tell me, what is happening in your world? How are you changing the world? What can I help you with?
So I'm going to start to think. I was thinking in this idea about how our life is just completely about plastic, especially single-use plastic. And most of that plastic came for our daily products, like, I don't know, yogurt, even the bread, everything came in plastic. So this idea, it's a website which comes two parts. The main part, it's a market where you can find brands that don't use plastic at all.
Yep.
Like, especially like Aussie brands, or on the other hand, is teach people how you can recycle this soft plastic and this plastic in the correct way. Such things like eco bricks or just doing the right thing. So that one is like my idea, but I don't know where I should start or how I can start.
Okay, so what is your end goal? So what's like, if you could achieve the impossible, what are you trying to achieve, Erica?
So no, I didn't get the question.
So what is your goal? What are you trying to achieve with
So
this
my
idea?
goal is just help the environment and teach people how the single-use plastic is really bad for us.
So it's help the environment in the sense of reducing, so we're throwing zero plastic away, or is it an educational campaign to educate people?
So first it's going to be like avoid the single-use plastic. And maybe if you have to use it because a lot of things comes with plastic, so how you can recycle this plastic in a proper way.
Okay. So as much as we want to create an impact to make the world a better place, we need to have businesses that are financially sustainable. It's purpose above profit always, but you also need to have profit so you can continue operating, creating jobs and growing your impact around the world. How are you planning on making money? What are your revenue streams?
So it's going to be kind of drop shipping. So maybe I can get a commission for every brand, like the brands. I'm going to have like a lot of brands and I'm going to get some commission with them when someone purchases the products.
Yes. Okay, I'm just thinking, I've got a student at Academspreneurs. Her name is Lisa. I'll introduce you to you joining Academspreneurs now. I saw your name the other day. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you started?
No, I'm going next year for my advanced diploma of business.
Amazing. Okay. So you're going to have this very smart German girl studying with you. Her name is Lisa, and she was trying to solve something similar to yours, but it's in sugar. So she's trying to educate us on how to use less, like how to consume less sugar and how and where to find. Because if you go to the supermarket, you don't know what has sugar. So what she's doing is she's building a marketplace where you go in and you find all of the products that don't use sugar and you can order directly. Similar to drop shipping, but you're not even drop shipping, you're just taking payment and then the other person delivers it for you. Kind of drop shipping. But I'm just thinking in your case, like it's very hard. I'm just thinking myself, Paula, and I'm not looking at the whole world. I'm looking at myself now because I always try to see how that problem affects you. Okay, I care about the environment because we all need to care about it, but I also need to get many things done. And I, Paula, don't have time to have HelloFresh, have a supermarket, manage this, manage. I'm going to go crazy. So it's very hard that I'll do like a part of my supermarket in one shop and then another one. And the reality is that when you go to Woolworths, it drives me crazy because I do most of my shopping between Woolworths and Harry's Farm. You come back from Woolworths, and if you have 2 bags, one of them ends up in the bin of just packaging. Like it's so crazy, isn't it? I don't know if it's an Australian thing, but I just feel like every time I get home, half of my bags will end up going back to the bin. Like I have to go down to the bin to take it. Like it's so much like it, the yogurt and the packet and then another packet. I'm like, why do you need 3 levels of packaging? So the yogurt example, I totally feel your pain. Now, I'm just thinking, how can I survive with everything I need, from toothbrush to yogurt to cereal packaging to chocolate packaging? Like, how am I gonna like shop everything without plastic? Probably impossible. But maybe as a starting point, the idea, and Chiara is very big on sustainability, and she's really big on buying things for her and for her friends on sustainability. Why don't you start like a minimal viable product on a gifting business idea where the gifts are plastic free? Because when we buy gifts, we would go to this platform and then maybe you put in and you've got a drop down. I'm buying it for my boyfriend. I'm buying it for my best friend. I'm buying it for Chiara in our team. I'm buying it for my mom. And then I can put the ratio of the age, the suburb that they live in. And then I can go, I want to send food or a beauty product or a tech product. And then you start with gifting. And then once you start getting the buy-in, then you start talking to Woolworths and Coles, and they might even be interested in partnering with you because they know that the consumers are demanding. But I just think that I worked with two people that were amazing, and they challenged the whole IT department on a humongous American business. And they challenged the whole IT company, the whole IT department within this company, to be plastic free for 1 month. So even the container they would bring the lunch couldn't be plastic, even reusable plastic. So the shampoo was glass bottles. So they wouldn't buy, or they would buy glass things that would refill. And I remember towards the end of the month, they were exhausted. It was a full-time job, they said, trying to live plastic free, right? Because even if you are, and they were very strict, they would meditate every day, they would do yoga and be plastic free, and they were like developing like crazy technology. But I remember them being very stressed. It was almost impossible to be plastic free at that time. This was 6.5 years ago. And it was in Australia, like just on the city tower, the World Square Tower. So I'm just thinking for you to start, let's start like think big, start small. So you could build a campaign around Bondi markets, Kirribilli markets, and Manly markets, where you create a plastic-free market. That could be doable, and you can do it as a one-off. And then once we have the success, we can grow. I would do a gifting business. Like I would love to give big gifts. And so many times, like I sent Kat the other day a gift, and you send a gift that is beautiful, but then it has package. So maybe the whole supply chain could be. I worked with another student at Academy Spinners. This was a few years ago. She was very big on algae, so using algae as a replacement for plastic. And we started similar to a HelloFresh, but it was creating organic boxes of fresh food by local organic farms in Wollongong. And we were delivering them in a bicycle in a basket. So you would buy and you would get a basket for about an extra $100. And then you would drop off the basket. So you leave it in front of your house and they would drop you off another one and bring another one. This was pre-COVID when we could touch a basket from someone else. But maybe look at, everyone's laughing, it's like, oh my God, because these days it's completely different. But maybe look at how you can create a movement in your local suburb or in your street, or maybe challenge your whole building to be plastic free for a day. I don't know where you live, but you call the local newspaper, the Manly Daily, the Mossman Daily, and then you get them to feature to create the movement. And then you can start creating plastic free Wednesdays on schools. And then it could be plastic free Thursdays at work. And you start building a movement that is a combination of educational. I spoke to a friend the other day. He doesn't own this business anymore, but I can connect you to him. And he started a recycling business as well. And it was about gamifying and getting points. And as you would recycle things, Woolworths, Coles, Qantas would give you points that you could use towards something else. So I thought that was smart. But he said he's really struggled on measuring the impact you were doing by recycling. Because like if Gada builds a social media campaign and we get 100 likes, I can see the 100 likes. But how do I measure the efficiency of you recycling or not consuming plastic and bonify you? And that's where he said his business was struggling. He did have some new ideas, but he spoke about so many things that I don't even remember, but I can connect you to him and you guys can brainstorm the recycling. Send me a message on Instagram because I know you're on my Instagram and I'll connect you to him. But yeah, so whenever we're building a business, we need to think big, start small as possible, but always have an eye on revenue model. So are you going to get money from grants from government by educating people to be socially responsible? Are you going to have sponsorship? Are you going, or donations? Are you going to make money by, I don't know. I remember when I lived, I think it was in Africa or Latin America. I don't even know. I remember we used to collect like glass bottles and cans from Coca-Cola and you would put it in a machine and you would get some coins. Like there was there was different ways of measuring. I remember I had a teacher once telling me that he used to collect old newspapers, and sell it because people would pay you to recycle the paper. And he was genius when he was little. Like he's just such a genius. Like he was my teacher when he was like 50, but I think from the age of 5, he was already a genius. So what he used to do is he used to water the paper. So when they weighed it, it would weigh more and you would get more coins. And it was a few cents, but it's smart for a kid to be doing something like that. So yeah, so have a look at what problem are you solving? Focus on one problem to begin with and focus on a niche target audience. So if your problem that you're solving is educating people on recycling, great, we need to solve the problem. How can you educate everybody in one street in Bondi? Then all of the eastern suburbs, New South Wales, and then you grow globally. So think big, start small, and have an eye on how are you going to make money. I personally love disrupting. So I like building businesses that make money in at least 3 ways. So it could be subscription, sponsorship, advertising, people are paying, or pointing system. But you have to look at that, all of those things. Yeah. One question, Erica, why are you doing the advanced diploma, not the diploma with us? Is there a reason?
Yes, because I'm doing the diploma now here in
business.
In business.
Oh, okay.
And after I'm going to have the advanced diploma and I'm going to move to Sydney.
Okay, cool. Speak to Annalise about it. See if she can squeeze you into a few diploma classes, because diploma will teach you the foundation, revenue model, how to pitch to investors, how to create your first Instagram campaign. So see if you can get a few classes from her. Just tell her you spoke to me and see if she can maybe give you PDFs or some Zoom classes, or she sneaks you into a few classes, because I know that it's diploma on a piece of paper for the government, but our course is completely different.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So yeah, so I'd love to give you the foundation, because if you do the diploma, it will give you the foundation of what you want. The advanced diploma, you will still do it because I know you're very smart, but speak to Annalise about doing some subjects on the diploma, or maybe even starting the diploma. I don't know, speak to Annalise about it and tell her that you spoke to me, but I super recommend you do a few subjects on the diploma, like marketing, emotional intelligence, market research, finance. I think those would be super important, yeah, for you, because when you're starting a business, you need to have that foundation as well. Or Con, who will eventually be studying with you the advanced diploma, can teach you, because he's doing the diploma right now. Con, you did finance last term, right? And now you're doing design thinking with Dell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so last term they learned about how to make money, the different revenue models, and how do you pitch to investors, and how do you grow your business financially. And I think this is a big mistake, because we don't get taught about money in school and university. So it's like, how do you manage your holidays, your, I don't know, your mortgage loan, your investments for your business? Like, money is so important. So speak to Annalise and she can like guide you through it. Cool.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you. Thanks, my dear. Con, how are you going? Good to see you.
I'm good.
You can officially visit me. You can bring your kids and wife. Tell your wife I'm sending her a big hug.
Yeah, you need to send me your address.
I will. It's very close. I think you've been to the street before, because my parents lived in the street before. So you've definitely been to this house, like probably 12 years ago. Guys, Con and I have been friends for like 15 years. So, and now he's studying at Academy Fitness, but I haven't seen him for about 10 years. So it's been crazy. So my dear, what's been happening? How can I help you? How are you changing the world?
I'm not changing the world. I'm staying in the same company. I haven't moved on.
Okay.
You know what I spoke to you last time?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. They've offered me a better position.
Oh my God!
Company.
Congratulations!
It won't be happening. It's going to be a progress. It's going to progress for the next 6 months and all that. So yeah, it's good. So I stayed in the same company.
Are you heading? So what projects are you going to be heading in this new job, and how can we use your new entrepreneurial skills and network to help you create an impact in the business?
At the moment, I don't know. At the moment, just I'm just starting to get into the process of into the leadership and all that.
Mm-hmm.
in more of a supervisory roles and project management roles and all that. So yeah, I'm just starting to get my hands on it now. I was doing it before, but not as much as I'm going to do now. So yeah.
Tell me about the
See how it
leadership.
goes.
So it's leadership with you developing your leadership as a manager director of the business, or you're helping your team build up the leadership?
Probably the team leader, probably work with the team and make sure as a leader and maybe going up to a management role later on if I go successful enough where
Of course
I
you
am.
will. You're a fighter. Okay, so contact Annalise and tell her that I'm giving you a gift. So tell Annalise to enroll you into the Find Your Life Purpose program. The Life Purpose is a program that we've got as a pre-recorded. It's around 4 to 6 hours, self-paced. So just tell her to enroll you through the back end as a gift from me. And in that course, over half of it is around emotional intelligence and coaching yourself and coaching others. So it's about you understanding how you can get the best out of yourself and others. And the more we coach ourselves, the better we are at understanding others' needs and coaching them for success. So tell Annalise that I gave you the gift of Find Your Life Purpose through the Academy of Entrepreneurs platform. And then that course has a lot of downloadable activities that you can run with your team as well. And you can literally, I know you're busy with your 2 kids, but if you sit in front of the computer for a whole weekend, you would finish it in 4 to 6 hours. And there's cool downloadable, and just download them and give it to your team, and you can stick your company logo in, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so speak to Annalise, she will put you into it.
Yeah, cool. I'll talk to her.
And when do you start this new role? Have they already started transitioning and preparing you?
At the moment, it's a bit of a slow start for this week because of COVID and all that. But once it's probably the courses I'm going to be doing through the company probably won't start until next year because it's a bit late in the year now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll start get the shorter courses done first, which are only a couple of days and all that. But the main one, that won't start until next year.
Do you like reading, Ron? Do you enjoy reading books?
Or
sometimes. Or do you like reading normal books or audiobooks? Do you have a preference? How do you like learning? Is a teacher in front of you, reading, listening, debating?
Whatever's available, whatever's available in front of me and all that. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, because there's a very good book, and the title has nothing to do with what the book is about. It's called Think and Grow Rich. And it's by Napoleon Hill. It's probably amongst the 10 most read books in history. And it has around, I think it's 20 or 30 steps of mindsets you can develop. And it's growth mindset of believing and coaching and confidence building. And they're very little short paragraphs. I'm sure you can get an audio book. You can probably even go on YouTube and get a 10 minutes summary of it. But it's a really powerful book, which actually reminds me, Kiara, can you put the Dell events in here in this chat? We're doing, guys, events on coaching and mindset with Dell and also Study New South Wales. So we have one tomorrow at 4 and one at 7, and they're both around coaching. The one at 4 is training teachers on how they can coach others, and the one at 7 is for coaching parents. But to be honest, I designed the slides for the entrepreneur that is teaching. It is absolutely mind-blowing. So it doesn't matter if you're a parent or not a parent. I'm not a parent and I'm not a teacher. And I was going through the slides and I'm like, oh my God, this is so powerful. And I've used some of the techniques for myself and also with the team across projects because I designed the slides last week and I've already felt an impact. So if you guys can, join the 4 or the 7 p.m. tomorrow. And it's really, really, really powerful. Or join both because one's more tweaked towards parents and teachers, and they'll use completely different case studies. So if you've got 2 hours to spare, join us at 4 and at 7 p.m. And Kiara will put here in the chat box that it'll pop up. But also if you go into Eventbrite, you'll be able to see. It's the 2 events that we've got on tomorrow. They're very, very, very important. And coaching is such, what are you going through, Con? Building the skills to develop your leadership, but also your team. It's so powerful. You'll see your relationship with your wife.
Probably to build up my leadership skills and all that a bit more. I don't know, probably to be a better leader, or I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how it'll go, and yeah.
And when we talk about leadership, Con, it's very important, and I know you're very honest and a very calm person, but just being an authentic leader, just being yourself. Like, doesn't matter if someone calls you crazy with this and they say whatever they say about you. We all have our own little personalities. Like, Kiara and I, we super get along. We're very similar in many ways. Like, we're very bubbly, but my leadership style is different to hers. And this thing that she does, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And gently, the more I hang out with her, the more I will mirror her and she'll mirror me. So we do get influence mold, but be yourself. When we are talking to our teams, to your family, anywhere you go, just be yourself. And I know you're really big in this. So, but it's a combination of having confidence and being humble. It's very hard because when we're too scared of being confident, then sometimes we push ourselves down and people lose the trust in us. But also when we're too confident, it can come across as arrogant. And when you see yourself, if you see yourself being too confident and crossing the limit of arrogance, apologize and just change the tone of voice and bring it back. And when yourself being too humble and not getting valued by your team, strengthen your voice, dress nicely, change the body language, and you'll see results. And test it. It's okay to become a little bit too much on one or the other and just take some steps back. Cool, but congrats, Con. I remember we were chatting 6 weeks ago about this, and congrats, you got everything you wanted. And that's why I created Entrepreneurial, and that's why we exist, Kiara, myself, Elise, the whole team, to help you guys achieve your goals. So guys, Con approached me. He messaged me, I think it was on LinkedIn, on Instagram the other day, going, I want to get a new job. Can you help me? And I was helping him through the interview, and then he got the job, but then he realized he still liked his previous company, and then he just negotiated, and now he's the company and getting what he wants.
No, my company I'm now, they wanted me to leave.
Yeah.
They wanted me to stay.
Yeah. What a good problem.
So yeah, they sort of like begged me not to go.
Yeah.
So,
but when we're good, Kiara goes anywhere, I'll drive to Bondi and I'll get her back. When we're good at what we do, you guys can't go anywhere. You guys are stuck with us forever and ever and ever. Cool, but congrats on taking that step, taking on the challenge. Like, you've grown so much. Like, I remember when we were going through like the process of interview and then all of that, I could see your brain just connecting different dots and coming up with ideas, and you achieved your goal in like a month. So congratulations, so proud of you.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm ready for this next challenge. So yeah.
Amazing. Congrats. Very good. Oh, big hugs for the family as well. Val, how are you? How are you, my dear?
Hi, Paula. How are you?
My mom was asking about you yesterday. She's just like, I miss seeing the legends at the campus. How is Val? And I'm like, wow.
Adorable.
Oh, how are you? What's been happening, my dear?
Not much lockdown vibe, so it's really hard.
Well, it's over. It's about us being positive. Lockdown vibe is gone. It's post-lockdown vibe now.
But yeah, true. It feels good. But so during these 3 months of a lot of spirit time, I actually started doing candles. And so yeah, I was thinking about starting a gifting business, like gift box.
Is it plastic free? Maybe you can collaborate with Erica.
I really would like to go plastic free. The problem is that I'm also doing bath salts, and I have to put it in kind of like Ziploc. So yeah, so I need plastic for this, but yeah, I'll think about it for sure.
And why did you choose candles? What makes your business different, and what problem are you solving with candles?
Okay, so there's a whole idea behind it. It's that usually when I light candles, it's at night, and it's to create a mood in my room. And also when I look at my friends, when they do light candles, it's because they're having someone over. And so yeah, I started actually with bath salts because I really like it. I train a lot, so it's just amazing to have like magnesium and soak for a little bit. And So it really started with these two products, which is like bath salts and candles. But then I kind of thought that I should push further and try to solve a problem, like you're saying. And I really want to create a box for people that want to create a nice romantic night. So it would be really towards this this universe of like, you know, being romantic and creating all of this around. Plus I'm French, so you know it goes with it. But yeah, and so then for the gift boxes, there's just so many options to put inside, and I'm really struggling to pick and source from, like, you know, Alibaba, all of this.
Customs is taking 90 days for anything. I saw something online yesterday. 500,000 containers are stuck in California.
Yes, and prices are rising as well. So it's going to be really hard to import from China now, and I'm struggling. So
there's lots of local businesses in Australia. So I've got a girlfriend, messaged me privately, Lauren, here in the Northern Beaches. She's got a shop in Brookvale, and her father created the business. And I think it's like the biggest personalized merchandise business of Australia. So they put your logo, so the Entrepreneur's logo, the sticker that you guys see, this t-shirt, everything is done through a company. And I pay a little bit more. I do pay more than China, but I'd rather help my friend's business. The quality is unreal. Like I was living in the Philippines and I had some caps and stickers done. I had to throw everything away. And her quality is perfect. And like the sticker, the stitching, everything is done in Australia. So we're also creating jobs locally. And I ordered a bunch of stuff from her the other day and it arrives in a week. Unlike less and coming faulty and taking forever. So lots of such. I saw something on TikTok the other day. I might have saved because I was working with Joy on a project, and it was handmade boxes in Australia for a product that we're looking at developing. So there are solutions. And I guess when we start a business, the personalization people really care about, it's you as the owner packaging and writing a handwritten letter. And I mean, as long as the package doesn't arrive broken, but when it's handmade and it becomes like faulty and imperfect, people value it more than coming something from China. If something's faulty from China, you go dodgy. If something's faulty made by us, you just go, oh, Val put so much love into this. So don't wait for Alibaba and all these things. Like you could even go to Woolworths and, I don't know, like a $2 shop.
With a chocolate, it's so good to support the community now.
True.
The local community.
I don't know, like jam jars. Just put a message on Facebook. Can everybody save a jam jar this month? And you just go and pick them up and you wash. I don't know, like you can just reuse other things out of other places if you want to make it more sustainable. But I think like the gifting world is huge, 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 huge. Not just for couple, but you could also give it to, like, I don't know, your friends as like you don't have to give it just to your boyfriend or girlfriend. You can give it to a friend that's getting married, or so you, and also tie it around Valentine's Day, Christmas, stop building campaigns because you'll explode in sales in those times. And I'm a big fan of creating like movement around things. So like what I was speaking to Erica, like just making every Wednesday recycling day, making every Monday self-love day that everybody logs in on Instagram. You recommend, I don't know, like a meditation thing through Spotify, I always get this wrong, Spotify, and then they will, all of your customers through a QR code, they can download an ebook, and then they can do a little meditation before, like just relaxing in the bathtub and lighting up some candles. Then you create something like, I don't know, Thursday for couples. I love doing things that are different days. Like I always avoid going out for dinners Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays when everyone's going. I love going to restaurants Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when everybody hates life. I'm like, woo! And then you can just have a beautiful glass of wine, and like it's just nice breaking the rules and building a unique experience. So build a business, and your business model could even be a subscription. Imagine like a romantic box that arrives. Oh my God, for us that are busy, that would be so nice. Like so nice. And it could be like, there's this girl also here in the Northern Beaches. She launched a business, and she's actually launched a massive store. It's a humongous bottle shop of alcohol-free drinks. And I do love a glass of champagne, not saying that I'm on a non, but it's just nice. You know, you could have like, it's all about the target audience. Think big, start small. So you're targeting the sustainability, the self-care, or the couples, but how can you be different to everybody else? So research and understand, what are the pain points? Is it hard finding a gift? And like, guys struggle finding gifts for us.
Yeah,
they really do. And once they figure out what you like, they just give you the same thing again. It's Tiffany. And I love Tiffany, but like, I've got a whole cupboard of Tiffany stuff. And I'm like, hello, where's the creativity? So maybe your box could have a little something different every time. There is this other girl, and I keep on getting spammed by her on Instagram. It's called Aussie Business Chick, I think it is.
Yeah, so her. Yep.
And she supports women. So she had like Emma's book from Business Chicks this week, and then she goes the candle. So you can do a collaboration like that. So you oversell in a month, but then you position your brand. But I think subscription for a lot of businesses, for us that are so busy, and yes, you end up paying a little bit more for HelloFresh and this and that, but it's just fun having a surprise without you having to organize. So, and something like candle, I'm obsessed with candles, and I don't put candles just when I have guests. Like I put candles to meditate, when I do yoga in the morning, around the house to smell nice, when I'm working, when I've got too much energy, when I don't have energy, I put always candles, and you've got different candles. So I like something like that, just you're constantly using, and most of us are at home now.
Yeah.
So it's a really good business idea, but you need to narrow it. What's the problem you're solving, and how do you start as small as possible? Are you selling a romantic package to French, or to non-romantic couples that want to learn from the French?
Probably more this. Yeah.
And then, okay, so if that's the audience, are you targeting like where Erica lives in Melbourne, or where Con lives in New South Wales, or where Lucy lives in New South Wales? Like, who are you targeting? Like, what suburb?
Target first Sydney for sure.
And go down to it. Like, I live 2 hours away from Con, so it's completely different. I live by the beach. He lives like almost Blue Mountains. So the experience, the weather, everything is different. So when you think of your product of a couple, are you thinking of a 25-year-old couple, a 30-year-old couple? Are they just gotten together? Are they losing the magic because they've been together for too long? Do they have kids?
That's why for the subscription box, so I would have like the gift box normally on the website, but then when it comes to the subscription box, I really wanted to like tailor it and have the pretty much where they put inside how long they've been dating and etc. If they're also like a normal cis, couple, or if they're more LGBTQ. And all of this. So having more information about them, so I can
actually something. If you focus just for one type of couple to begin with, you would also go further.
Yeah,
because then you win the market. Because normally, whatever pocket the first customer is, they would have, if they like your product, they would have similar friends with similar needs.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's for a couple and it's 2 girls that have just met, they will most likely have other girlfriends that have just met as well. And if it's for like Kiara that lives in Bondi with 3 kids, her friends most likely are moms with kids.
Yeah.
As much as she might get along with someone else that goes within a different target audience when it comes to like relationship status and preferences, you just end up having your own, like we're all part of little bubbles, but you end up having the same bubble. And that's when those customers of yours become your ambassadors and your word of mouth. And word of mouth, it's something like 87% more powerful than any other marketing. So while we focus on getting your first customer, we should be focusing on retaining and getting that customer to refer us their friends. Because if you tell me that you bought a candle and it's really good, I'll be like, oh, I'll order it because Val said it was good. And then I'll tell Kiara about it and It's more effective than me seeing a paid ad on Instagram. They'll go like, oh my God, they're spamming me.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really good business. I'm gonna write this down.
Think big, start small, and guys, always look at how much money you're gonna make. Even if it's your strategy, like I'm launching a business now on the 1st of December, and our strategy is to break even on the first batch. because we want to like over deliver in quality and services for our customers. And then from second month onwards, we're going to start growing our profit. But always build a business that has money coming in to pay all of your bills for the next month. Always, always, always. Super important. As much as we want to create impact, we want to be sustainable. Yes, Val?
Can you write in the chat the business that you said for the logo?
For either, so it's called Sense Promotion in Brookvale. I can give you, I'll give you Lauren's number now. I mean, this is live streams on Facebook. Everyone's going to have a number, but I guess I'm promoting her business. She's not going to complain. Lauren, send her a text message. She's really busy, but she's always helpful. Her name is Lauren Jones, Sense Promotion. It's in Brookvale. And her mobile is 0434 114 113. And her products, all of them top quality, super fast. All of them, like literally everything you see with the AE branding was done through Sense here in Australia. Everything, because it's just so reliable. Yeah, so send her a little text message. Lucy, how are you going? Good to see you.
Hi, can you hear me well? I've been having some issues with the microphone.
We can
All
hear you
good?
very well.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
See you. What's been happening? What are the latest updates since I last spoke to you on LinkedIn?
The latest updates. Oh, just more work. Oh, I enrolled to the life. Oh, how is it called? Yes, Life and Purpose course today. So that's going to be happening. Cause yes.
Good. Let me know as you're progressing if you've got any questions. So just keep me updated.
So much.
On Instagram, LinkedIn. I've been using more Instagram than LinkedIn these days. I need to go back to LinkedIn. Kiara reminds me. I need to go back into LinkedIn every day. So yeah, message me and then I'll help you guys.
Yeah, because this is really where I need to start. I actually ordered also a journal from Kiki K. It's called the Thrive. So I like different categories, and I have to, like that, start from like really seeing where my life is and where I want to go to have a much clearer vision, because that's what I've been struggling with. So once that is done, then I believe everything else is just gonna fall in place.
The course that you just bought includes everything. It has the work-life plan to understand what puts you in the state of flow, how do you find your life purpose, how do you combine your life purpose and develop your emotional intelligence and leadership to drive the change, how do you manage your time. It's all in there, everything. Yeah, that's the one I was telling you about. So
yes. I was like, oh, I know. Yeah.
Like that course, I literally I build it in seconds, and I don't build courses, but I build it in seconds because I had so many people telling me that they couldn't find the life purpose, they weren't happy. But these were all like directors at Google, Coca-Cola, friends of mine that were super smart, but they weren't entrepreneurs, going, why is every entrepreneur happy and I'm not happy? I just literally connected everything that has changed my life to refocus, help me be happier and more productive and doing what I love. And I just put it all in there. So literally it was like everything that I enjoyed doing is in that course. So yeah, and it's this, I'd say about 15% of the activities, it's worth doing them every month. Just go back and put it in there. Just put it in your diary. Once a month, you just stop and just redo some of the activities.
Yeah, that's reflection, like a constant reflection. And I understand that it just, I can see that a difference in the generations and like how we were brought up and what we were supposed to do versus now. It's more really, it get to the point when we should focus more on, oh, what is it actually that we want to do? Like, this is great in terms of money and like that status in society, but then am I really liking it? So yeah, I feel like I need to be more clear on where I want to go and what is it that I how I can also, like, I mean, I don't want to be just about money, but also like we've got to pay the bills, and I love traveling, and my family
everywhere.
So
there's money everywhere, and there's more money when we do what we love. And you've attended some of the final webinars that we've ran. There's more money when you do what you love. Like if you tell me to do Con's job, I'd get fired, I would hate my life, I would make mistakes, and I wouldn't get results. And if I get him to do my job, probably there's a big chance the same would happen, because we've got different skills and we have the same values. We have very similar families. Our families are best friends, but it's different. But there's money everywhere. Con in construction and trains and tracks, and he loves that. You love something else, and Erica loves something else, but there is opportunities everywhere. There is a webinar inside the Cat of Entrepreneurs page. I think it's called maybe Sales Masterclass inside YouTube, so it's free. And Andres Garçon did it for us about a year. Tiana, can you see if you can find it? It's by Andres. And when Andres teaches sales, it's a lot of it is around psychology and emotional intelligence, and he talks about belief. So we know that we need things, but we have these beliefs of, I can't do this, I shouldn't do this. And it's encoded in our previous experiences of what our parents said, our religions, this teacher, this boyfriend, this girlfriend, this boss. And we start storing that, and that starts limiting. And this is why the older people get, the grumpier they get, and the less risk they take, because they start getting traumatized. So it's about every time you have a thought and you are, whatever the thought is, if you're scared or jealous or excited, stop and use your emotional intelligence to analyze. Why am I scared? Why do I think it's wrong to become an entrepreneur? Why do I think this business won't succeed? And then you just go, oh, because I was speaking to a friend of mine the other day. He is an amazing entrepreneur, but his parents hate that he's an entrepreneur because they lost all the money. They became really successful, and then they became really poor and ended up in a slum. So when my friend was born, he attended the last webinar that you were in, Lucy. When this friend of mine was born, he was born in a super poor family in the slums where they couldn't afford food. So he was really smart, achieved everything, got the grades, got the job, built a business, scaled the business into millions of dollars. And his parents still, every time they're with him, just go, just get a job, don't be an entrepreneur, because they're traumatized. So for a stage in his life, he sold a business and went to get a job, hated his life for almost 10 years because he was holding on to a belief that it wasn't in his head, but it became part of him because of the experience of his parents. So it's very important for us to don't take risk as in COVID exists, so wear a mask, then just go with the belief, I'm imagining something that is real. Look at statistics, look at facts. But life is not as risky as we think. And when we make a mistake, it's absolutely fine because we learn from them. So it's what I was speaking to Eric about, is baby steps. Think big, start small. And Val as well, start small. Start in one street as a client, because then that street in Bondi will give you feedback. So when you grow into the eastern suburbs, you've really got feedback. And then again, you'll need to adapt because the customer database is bigger, they have more needs. But if you are always adapting and molding, you get feedback, and the mistakes are no mistakes. They're just opening doors and building a foundation for you to get bigger and better. But just start, and just every time you see yourself stopping for some reason in your head, just stop and analyze it. You go, is this a trauma from school, from grade, or something you read, or a movie you saw? And you'll see that a lot of the things that happen in our heads is just a story that we play, and it's preventing us from achieving our life purpose. But sometimes there are things that we also have to listen. If it's, I don't know, if you're starting to get cold, you don't go, oh my God, I'm imagining. You grab a jacket and you go out the house. It's also important. So if you start seeing the type of customer no longer being sticky to your business, you adapt your price or your packaging or something. But yeah, it's very important for us to, before we react or stop ourselves or don't act, is go, why is my brain thinking this way? Why is it doing this? Cool. Guys, I need to go.
100% agree.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And I talk about this on stage and and I still have to train my brain, not every day, but sometimes you do something, just go, I can't do this, and just go, yes, you can.
This is what I've been, this is what I've been working on. It's a big part of it. Yeah. Marisa Peer is fantastic with this. Mel Robbins, and I actually found a healer here as well, which been helping me with this. So yeah, that's a big
I've
part
got
of it.
an amazing lady that is Reiki that was recommended by the super good friend of mine that's also an entrepreneur in the media space. So if you want, Julia is amazing. So she was doing until now online. So I did a couple of sessions online. Super, she's unbelievable. So yeah, and a lot of the work she does is like the crystals, the energy, it's about connecting with yourself.
Yeah. If you can share that, I would love that. Yeah.
Send me a message and I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
And
you.
Lucy, in January, I think it's January 31st or 1st of February, we've got emotional intelligence as a subject starting. Highly
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah. So, and these webinars that Chiara have posted, this entrepreneur that is running them, she's a global coach on the topic of coaching, leadership, emotional intelligence, and finding yourself. So if you can join the 4 and the 7 p.m. tomorrow, or she's unbelievable. She was the teacher for emotional intelligence this year. We're sold out. We don't have it anymore. But in January, we should have some extra spots. So speak to Chiara.
I'll do the 4 o'clock because at 7 I have actually something else as well.
Perfect. Attend the 4 o'clock.
So, yeah.
Attend the 4 o'clock, and there will be the 4 o'clock. I think it will be 3 sessions around emotional intelligence. So attend it tomorrow, and then speak to Annalise to lock a position for you. It will be 4 weeks in January. I think it's going to be Monday night, but speak to Annalise. She would know that, and then you guys can lock it in. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool. I need
Thank
to
you
go.
so much. Thank you.
I need to go, but Brian, I knew that you wanted to speak. You messaged me on Instagram. Do you have any questions? I need to go in like 2 minutes because I'm judging at a competition in Indonesia. Brian, do you want to share your business ideas and needs? Because you told me you had lots of ideas. Are you still with us, Brian? Because you had messaged me privately. No, maybe he's not here. Cool, guys. So I think, yeah, we can do more of these sessions. I like doing this, that I can just help you guys a little bit and connect the dots.
We actually we have one just for business idea for women on the 26th.
Awesome.
Well.
Okay. Con, you're excluded. Brian, Heads. No, you guys can join as long as you're building businesses that are empowering women. So I'll see you guys on the 26th then.
Okay.
Big hugs. Lots of love. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Big hugs. Bye.
Bye.